I just want to make a little quick video about why I do what I do, why I started my YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel because I found out that I am a born healer, right? I am, if you know anything about numerology, I'm a light path number 11, okay? I am an empath and I am an INFJ, okay? So some will call me an oracle, some will call me a mystic, some will call me an intuitive. Some will call me an empath. Whatever it is, I'm me. Okay? So once I realized those things about me, I said, well, maybe it's time for me to relay this information to the collective, to the world, because I have always been that person without me even knowing. I was always that person giving advice, or I was always in a situation where people who needed advice will be around me, or I will be placed in their life for that particular time, and I'm able to give them the information or the resource that they need, right? Unbeknownst to me. Okay, unbeknownst to me. And I am a dreamer. So a lot of times I may have dreams about certain things, and or I have dreams about people who aren't here anymore. I do. I get messages from that. I get a lot of downloads, and I feel a lot of things because I'm an empath, and I'm a super empath, which means I am a Heyoka empath. Okay, so when people come to me for advice, or I hear something, or how I relate information, it's like I am a blank. When I put myself around people, I am in a peace. I'm in such, I'm in a peace with myself. So by me being in a peace with myself, I'm like a blank paper, right? I'm a blank piece of paper. And everything that I receive from somebody, it could be their energy, it could be, their body language, it could be the tone of their voice, it could be whatever it is. I'm going to pick that up. And then once I pick it up, I'm going to get the information that I need, right? And some people call me psychic. I don't really use those terms because I don't know. I don't use those terms. Not because there's nothing wrong with psychics. I follow some great psychics. Okay, but I don't consider myself being psychic. I consider myself being more intuitive. Okay, because I had, to me, how I get messages from sources from God is like I'm on a clear path, so I'm able to hear things that a lot of people is not able to hear, right? I'm able to get the messages that people can't receive, and by me being a light path number 11, I am the illuminator. I came here to illuminate shit. Okay, so some may love me because of that reason, because the illuminator, you make things brighter, right? You make things come to light. Things are, more vibrant when you're around, when you are in the energy of illumination. But I have people who don't like me because of that. Because some people are embarrassed or what they're doing, or they don't want me to see them, and they don't want to be illuminated, right? Because when you feel some type of way about something, you stay in the darkness, like you stay in the back, like you don't want to be seen. So just on the strength of me having the ability to see, a lot of people do not like me because of that. But it is what it is. It's just my gift that I was given from God. Okay, it was just my gift that I was given from God. And so, even me growing up, I was always the one giving advice, or I was always the one that was not saying that I was. Now, don't get me wrong. Okay, I do not know everything. It's not like I'm perfect or nothing, but I have my mishaps, I have my mistakes, but I turn all my mistakes into lessons. Like I never let my mistakes get the best of me, right? So by me even just being in that energy all my life, and people who see me or even strangers, and people are drawn to me. Why? Like, I never knew. Like, I'm nice. I'm cool. But once I start learning myself, once I start learning that I'm here to attract people because I'm here to heal. I am a born healer. And I was like, oh, okay, a lot of sense. So, that's the reason why I started my YouTube channel. About time when the pandemic hit, everything was kind of, everybody was lost, right? Or everybody was lost. Things were shut down. People were confused. They didn't know what to do. Like, people were in the space in their life where everything was just not the way that it used to be, right? So during that time, I had to sit down because I had a major accident. But I had to sit down, and once I sat down, I realized everything that I am. I realized everything that I am, everything that I was born to be. Like I said, when it comes to, I've always been into what people would call the occult, with things of the unknown. But that word has been demonized so much. When people hear occult, they just automatically think the devil, like, which is weird as fuck. It's just things that are unknown, things that people don't necessarily adhere to, right? So, I always been into astrology. I always been into numbers. I always been into looking at things that everybody else didn't look at. Like, I always was curious. I always asked questions. I always was curious about different religions. And my first thought about religion when I was younger and God, what made me kind of, even me going on a journey, even as a child, and I didn't even know I had to have answers. I had to know what was going on because I always felt certain things. So I asked my mom one day, I said, well, if it's only one God, why is there so many religions, right? It was just certain things that just didn't make any sense to me. And once I got older, I realized why that was. I realized that. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. This is my calling. Like, this is what I was meant to do. And which is really weird. And another thing which is really weird about this, that's why I say, people, your dreams are more than you could imagine that they are. Because people who know me, I am very, very, very quiet. I do not speak that much because I've always been in a position to be very observant. I look, I'm listening, I am feeling. I have always been that way. And even as an adult, I don't really talk that much. So the people that I talk to, like my close friends, which is less than than the fingers is on my hand, okay, I talk to them. But when it comes to, like, outside, I don't even talk a lot. I don't talk a lot at work. I'm like chit chat here and there. I might have a laugh here and there. I love to laugh. I might hear me singing or something like that, because I love to sing. I love music. But I said all that because there is no possible way that I would have thought that this is what I would be doing. You could not pay me $1,000. You couldn't pay me $1 million for me to think that this was going to be true. Like, even me just starting this YouTube channel, and right now my YouTube channel is not that big, and I know a lot of people look for fame, where they want to be big and they want to be so successful, but I feel like I'm successful within myself. So extra success will be great, yes, it will be wonderful, But that's not the reason why I started this, right? This is like really what's in my heart. This is like really what's in my spirit, in my soul. And there is no way, if you would have told me at 18, 25, 30, I'm 43, okay, 25, 30, 35, 40, that this will be something that I enjoy so much, to the point of I don't care who's listening, because this has to come out. Like, I know this is going to assist somebody in some way. Like, I know this is going to help. The information I have is going to help someone look at something differently. I know this. So when I first started doing it, and I wrote a book, okay? I wrote a book. It's called Mystic Mina, and it's on Amazon right now. And it's probably less than $10, literally. Like, it's less than $10, because during the pandemic, like I said, when I had to sit my butt down, but everybody had to sit down, but I had to sit down even extra because I had an accident. But once I sat down, I started realizing everything. It was like everything was just coming into fruition about who I really was and what my journey really was supposed to be about, and the things that I endured. And I had to do a lot of shadow work, and I had to go through the dark night of the soul, and I had to release soul ties that I had from other people. It was just so much things I had to do. I was in the middle of transformation without me even knowing it. I was transforming into another version of myself. And even like now, like, I'm not even in my highest state. I don't believe so. I am at my highest of right now, but like, as in total, I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm not where I know my highest self should be. But even with that, like, I'm still gonna go out and talk my shit. Like, I'm still gonna go. I'm just still gonna come out here, and I'm still gonna talk my shit, because whatever I went through in the past, I relate it to the message that I have for the collective today. Whatever I seen other people go through in the past and the present, I relate that to my collective messages because a lot of people will live this life and they don't get no information. Like, they get absolutely no information. Like, the information that they're getting, like, the information that they're getting is just, oh, I'm just gonna do this on a day-to-day and everything's gonna be fine, right? But even when I did things where I didn't, like, I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing them, like, I always had that thought in my mind. Like, it was always in the back of my mind. Like I always processed all the information. Okay, I'm doing this, but the effects of this, I don't think it's gonna be good. Like, I always did that. So by me always doing that, I have the ability to look at other people and gather information from them, and just gather on what they are doing with their life and the lessons that they need to learn, without me even talking to these people, without me even telling them what they need to do, because I done processes in my mind. So I don't know. I'm here. I'm here, okay? And I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do while I'm here, okay? But I'm here. So yeah, you guys have to get to yourself. Like, you don't know who your higher self is going to be. Like, you have no idea, because we focus on how we live our day-to-day life, just a period, right? But how we live our day-to-day life, a lot of us are living in survival mode, and we don't even know it. We don't even know it. We have gotten by surviving so much that we don't know that we are in survival mode. And when you are in survival mode, you are not in your highest, and you are not in your highest position. you are not in the position that God put you in. Because when you are in some, like this is just like something happens, right? And all of a sudden you got to go in the jungle, right? And while you're in this jungle, you don't have no food, right? You have no food. There is like ain't no grocery store, ain't nothing. So you got to make some fucking a tough decision.
In 2 miles,
you have to make some life or death decisions, and you have to say, okay, well, am I gonna starve to death, or I'm gonna eat that rat that's over there? I mean, that's what you're gonna do. And so 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna starve to death. You're gonna eat that rat, right? So you're gonna eat that rat, but if you wasn't in the jungle, you wouldn't eat that rat. But you're gonna survive, right? Eating that rat is not your lowest form. It's not the highest form of yourself. And a lot of people stay on the lowest form of ourselves because a lot of people are quote unquote still eating the rat. Well, you don't have to. Like you can get out of that. Or you can break out of that. But just even having the thought of that you can, a lot of people don't even think so because they're so much in survival mode. It's like I've been doing this for years. I'm telling y'all, a lot of times you might not even be dreaming that big. Like you need to think a little bit deeper. You need to dream a little bit bigger because we sleep on ourselves a lot. We sleep on ourselves a lot, and that's what I have done throughout my stage in life. I have slept.
In half a mile, take the I-405 south exit.
I have slept on myself a whole freaking lot. Okay, I have, and with me wasting so much time, by the time I got to know all.
Take the I-405 south exit, then keep left.
Hold on now. By the time I got to know all of me, not who I thought I was, but all of me, I wasted so much time. But then I say, you know what? I can't say that I wasted so much time because I learned so much shit during that time. Like I learned so many lessons during that time.
Keep left.
So I was sleeping on myself, but then I was sharpening my iron at the same time, right? And that's how you have to look at things in life. Like a lot of people get stuck, like, oh, you know, it didn't happen then, well, it ain't gonna happen now. But that's not true. That is not true at all. You have no idea what's gonna go on in your life and what you're destined to be and what you're destined to do with your future, right? So this little video is just about me being who I am. The reason why I started my YouTube channel, the reason why, you know, I do my collective readings or, you know, I give my intuitive advice is because that's just from the heart, from my soul, from my spirit, me. Authentically. I am living in my authentic self. Okay? So I want to thank you guys for looking. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for just being here. You know, I want to thank you guys for taking the time out and like looking at this. Whenever you look at this, okay, I want to thank you for that. And that's it. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day, and I hope you guys enjoy yours too. All right, you have a good one.